Hi, I'm David,
And I'm Leslie.
and we enjoy spending our vacations traveling around the world by bicycle.
On some previous trips, we cycled around Sweden and Denmark, marveling at the amazing cycle paths there. A couple summers ago, we flew into Paris, and we made our way to the Loire Valley and cycled around there for a few weeks. It was amazing. Mostly, though, we spent some great time here in Ontario, marveling at the wonderful landscape that we live in.
We're starting this trip at the end of June 2024 and plan to spend about 3 weeks cycling largely north on the Eurovelo 15. We flew into Frankfurt, spent the night, assembled our bikes, and then took a train to Andermatt, Switzerland, where we then cycled down Eurovelo 15 through Liechtenstein and Austria to Basel, Switzerland. Then we cycled a little bit west towards the Eurovelo 5 and cycled through the Alsace region, through Strasbourg, and then cycled back into Germany to Offenburg, and then took a train to Luxembourg, where we cycled over towards the Mosel River, down the Mosel River to Koblenz, and then back up on the Rhine, and ended in Mainz, where we took a train back to Frankfurt. In this fourth video from our trip, we cycle north along the Rhine out of Basel and cross over the Rhine River, and then cycle along the Rhone-Rhine Canal towards Mulhouse. We then spend a night there and then head further north through the Alsace on Eurovelo 5 through several medieval towns before reaching the town of Colmar. There's people in there. Leaving Basel. Well, sort of leaving Basel, looking for the point where three countries come together. Switzerland, France, and Germany. Along the Rhine, and then we can start our ride out of Basel towards Mulhouse. Making a thrilling video here of detouring in Basel. That's the reality of these cities. So, going through Basel on the water. There's a major bike highway, yeah. We're on this bumpy thing for a while till we get to that. Okay, so now we're on the little side trail to I can't remember, Dre something. It's a place where Switzerland, Germany, and France all come together on a point in the middle-ish of the Rhine. So we're now off of Eurovelo 6, and we thought we'd visit this on the way out. So today we're going to Mulhouse in France, which will be sort of the beginning of the Alsace area. And it's another sunny day like yesterday. It's already 20 so, it's supposed to be 31 today. No chance of rain. Looks like it's warming up, whether it's from the change in the weather or heading further north out of the mountains, I'm not sure. Seems like a little oh, we got a big ship there. Like a little hip zone here. That's weird.
So we rode through this really cool neighborhood along the river, past the mooring spots for the river cruises and other Rhine activity until we got to the Dreilanderreck, which is a monument that marks the tri-point where the borders of France, Germany, and Switzerland all meet. It's actually in the middle of the river, but that's okay.
We're crossing over the Rhine from Germany. This pretty bridge. Going to France. Bits and pieces of Basel down there. To the left, there's the 3-point thing, that little spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, French words on the sign. The land of the future. Something there about Passerelle de Trois Pays Rhine River. Here we go. After crossing the Rhine River, we were on Eurovelo 6 for a short period of time before we eventually turned onto the Alsace route, which follows the canal of Rhine and Rhone, eventually leading us all the way to Mulhouse. Rue de Canal, so we're heading northwest away from the Rhine on this nice canal path. Dogs and people. No dog on her bike. Dogs and people on the path. Dogs and people not always together. The trailside photography here. A bit of it. The winter scene. It's almost like seasonal. Oh, big puffin. There's some baby birds on the path here too. See? Oh, see? Yeah, I think it is seen. Yeah, human baby. A little snack spot on the canal to Mulhouse. Seems to be an active canal. We haven't seen any boats on it yet. We've been on this canal path for almost the entire time since Basel. And bike number 1. And bike number 2, person number 2.
We stopped for a moment at the impressive locks associated with the Rhone-Rhine Canal. The canal is one of the important watershed canals of the French waterways, connecting the Rhine to the Rhone and thereby the North Sea to the Mediterranean. The canals that is, were built between 1810 and 1833 under the direction of Napoleon.
There were also some monuments to the Battle of the Hart Forest, which took place in late 1944 as US and French forces were trying to displace the Germans from the Alsace. Canal de Rhone-Rhine path now, heading to Mulhouse. Less than 10 kilometers to go. We're pulling into, I think, the outskirts of Mulhouse. Cute little neighborhood. Sure. Oh, I like the purple houses here. Yeah, UV6 on a big sharp turn here. It's clear. Mulhouse Center. We got to our hotel in early afternoon, a little bit before check-in time at our hotel, so we walked around town and had a nice lunch.
We decided to take a tram to the largest auto museum in the world, with over 400 cars and specializing in Bugattis. Numerous F1 cars, countless race cars, and a massive collection of cars from the 1920s to 1940s. It was unbelievable.
Additionally, there were dozens of cars from the late 1800s on display.
There were also some hands-on activities, probably meant for kids, but big kids could do it too.
As Leslie mentioned, the museum does specialize in Bugattis. There's over 120 there. The brothers who started the museum in the 1950s made the first purchase of Bugatti, and they also have a lot of modern ones. As usual, we ended the day with a nice glass of wine, in this case from the Alsace. We left the Hotel Bristol around 8:45 a.m. in overcast rain, and it lasted for several hours. We made our way out of Mulhouse, which seemed to take a very long time, but eventually we found ourselves in the foothills of the Vosges Mountains. So we're 20 kilometers into our so far rainy ride from Mulhouse to Colmar today, and we have opted to do the Alsace cycle route, which I downloaded this morning. Just took us past the lovely boulangerie, and we are now largely heading north along this cycle route. It should take us through some towns and wine areas. Mostly it's just been agricultural thus far, and the Vosges Mountains are sort of visible in the distance, and it's like it shouldn't be raining, but it is. So yeah, it looks yeah, definitely looks wetter up ahead.
There's two of them.
Oh yeah, there's one over there too. I see it. Yeah. A little hill with grapes on either side. See the grapes on the bottom. A little bigger than the last time we were seeing grapes. Quite a few vines up there now. Most of the route today and the next day or two is essentially on Eurovelo 5, which is between the Vosges Mountains, which you can see here, and the Rhine River, which is to the right or to the east of this. We decided to take a couple day break from Eurovelo 15 and cycle on the Eurovelo 5, which is a nice alternative to staying on the Rhine River and gets you a chance to see a lot of the small medieval villages and wine regions of the Alsace. This section of the Eurovelo 5 that goes through the Alsace is also known as the Alsace Wine Route. I think you're right. It's a bank turn. Straight here, I think that's where the bathroom is. Oh, it's a nice little town here. This little fountain here is pretty. Sculptures. What a cute little town.
Throughout the Alsace, we seem to go from charming little town through vineyard access roads and grapevines, and then back into little medieval towns. It was definitely pleasant cycling. Most of the grapevines we were passing were either Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, a little bit of Sylvaner, and a few others. Very few red grapes in the Alsace. It's mostly white, and they are delicious.
And you'll see in the videos from here on out, there's a mixture of grapevines on flat terrain, but also some extremely steep terrain on the valley side of both the Alsace region, but also the Mosel.
Since David was doing all the filming, we rarely got him on his bicycle. So every once in a while, I'd grab my phone and try to snap a couple videos.
Church. Nice cobbles. Not. While cycling through Europe, you definitely develop a love-hate relationship with cobbles. They're pretty to look at, but really a nightmare as you're bouncing along these roads. So cute. Turn right here. Car back. Oh yes we are. Oh yes we are. feel like we should go past the cathedral. What do you think? Not without pain. Actually, we can get some.
Iguishim, France is a picturesque village in the Alsace, renowned for its colorful, half-timbered houses and concentric cobblestone streets that spiral around a central castle. It's often considered one of the most beautiful villages in France, and it's won awards for its floral displays, well-preserved medieval charm, and everything that an Alsatian village has to offer. It's at the heart of the prominent wine-producing region, and so it made sense for us to stop here for lunch, which was a delicious pizza and a beautiful glass of local wine.
Another 30 minutes of cycling through vineyards from Iguishim is Turkenheim, which is known for its old city gate.
We arrived in Colmar, France, where we planned to spend 2 nights. We were taking a break off the bikes to explore the beautiful town. When we woke up the next morning, we walked around the town and went to the market for breakfast. We visited the Unterlinden Museum, which had an interesting set of collections, including altarpieces, glass and ceramic, and metal works from around the region for over the past 500 years. There were also a few interesting paintings, including Monet and Picasso, all housed in an old convent and church. One of the highlights was a Roman mosaic that was found in a town nearby. We stopped by Domaine Martin for a wine tasting, and we learned about the wines from the region and what the Grand Crus were, which we didn't know, but we kept passing them on our bikes. Those are all on southern-facing hills, well-drained and highly prized. We really liked the Crémant and the Pinot Gris, and after that we wandered around for a bit more before taking a boat ride along one of the canals in the town. It was totally cute, even though it was really touristy.
After the short canal ride, we walked around town in the early evening and then went to a restaurant for the regional specialty, which is called a Flammkuchen, which is a thin pizza.